Hello folks, and welcome to another live workout. Today is chest, shoulders, and triceps. So about to start with the warm-up here, doing 95 pounds for 15 reps. Remember, warming up is very important because you do not want to be hurting anything. So I used to go in and just start lifting heavy weights, but as I'm getting older, realizing that's not such a good idea anymore. So be smart, make sure you warm up, and we'll talk more throughout it. Hit that like button. And if you're watching the replay, I'm gonna have everything updated with my lifts in the description. We're not banging through these as fast as we can either. You just wanna make sure you're getting a good stretch. It should be easy. You should be able to do twice as many reps with this weight. So I'm using about half the weight of my top set, which today is gonna be 195. For my workout, I like to start with incline and then go to flat because, for one, I want to build my upper chest more. And when you do incline second, you're already tired from doing it flat. So this way, I'm not already tired. And I can do about 20 pounds more, if not more than that, if I do incline first. And then what ends up happening is I'll just use the same weights on my top sets when I go to flat, since I am already tired, and then try to hit the same numbers as I did on the incline. If you have any questions or anything this whole time, throw them in the comments. Otherwise, I'm just going to be talking about what I'm doing, why I do it, random stuff that's on my mind. So you can look at this as a Q&A workout. A lot of trucks going through, but it's been 3 months now since I first got sick with the C word, and finally in the last few weeks, school bus, getting back up to the numbers, hitting new PRs from what I was at before I got sick. So I had 185 for 12 reps on my last workout on the incline. So today bumping up to 195 progressive overload and shooting for hopefully 10, we'll see. But the goal is to do 10 to 12 reps, and then once I hit the top end of that, then I raise the weight up and shoot for at least 10 again. We'll see how it goes. It's you never know, it's different every day. Some days I feel like, man, this is light and can keep going. Other days it's way heavier. But now we have 145, so I'm going from 50% of the weight up to about 75%. And that's just ish, rough numbers. It's not exactly 75%. Not of your 1 rep max, but of what your top set's gonna be. So now 12 reps here, same thing, not just shooting through them fast, but getting good reps, using this to stretch out the muscle, warm everything up, and get ready for the next set that's gonna be hard. So, felt pretty good, about warmed up there. Shooting for the big numbers. I'm looking forward to being able to do over 200 pounds 10 times. You know, the numbers are cool to hit certain weights, certain amounts. You know, like I want to be able to do 225 on here for a good 10 reps eventually, but because it looks cool, you know, with 2 plates. But at the end of the day, you want to have good form. You want to make sure you're working your muscle well and not just doing whatever you can to get the weight up, because if you want to build muscle, then you gotta make sure you're doing exercises right. And all the reps, weights, all that stuff is just a way of gauging your progress. So I really suggest you keep track of what you're doing. Like these boards behind me, that's my push, pull, and legs days. And that way each time I work out, I have something to shoot for. Otherwise, I would forget each time I got to work out. How much did I do last time? How many reps? So that gives me something to look at. I take a picture of them every few months just so I can see how far I've come, because you get stuck on a weight and it's like, oh man, I just feel like I'm not making any progress. You look back 3 months ago, you were lifting 20 pounds less, and it's like, okay, I'm good. You know, gives you some motivation to know that once you break through the plateau, you're gonna keep going. Make sure this is streaming good. Hey, can you tell Mom I'm about ready? Okay. So, we're gonna do 195, hopefully be able to get 10. On my heavy day, I do the same exercises, but shoot from more of like a 6 to 8 rep range, and I got 210 for 6 on incline. So this is 15 pounds less, so we'll see if that's enough to be able to get 10 here. If not, no, it's all good, but I hit this top set and then I drop the weight 10% and then go to failure again. So 2 sets to failure. Then I do 1 set on flat, just a lighter weight, just to get used to that different angle before I put heavy weight on, then do the same numbers again and try to hit that. Okay, when my spotter gets out here, we'll do this next set. We got 35, 85, yeah, should be 195 there. Okay, sweetie, you wanna say hi? Right there on the camera. Oh, careful. Hello. That's Riley. But it's been nice to finally be back to where I was before, strength-wise, and getting new PRs and making progress again, because it really stinks just thinking back. Like, I got sick, lost 10 pounds, was super weak when I got back, and you know, it's pretty much like 2 months completely gone to where now I'm back to where I was, but just wondering where I would have been had I not been sick. But you can't control that, so you just go with it. And she's not pregnant anymore. So her life's easier in some ways. Your body doesn't hurt all the time, but you're tired now. That's lightweight. I wasn't sure if I should try or not.
I was like, I'm not sure if I got ready. Is that 9?
Yeah, I don't want to hurt myself. So that's 9. It's not too bad. Not the 10 I was hoping for, but I did go up 10 pounds instead of normally what I do in the past is go up 5 pounds. And I'm able to hit between 10 and 12 again, but if you're gonna try something different, just go straight to 10 pounds. So I felt pretty good through all of them, but like I said, I felt like, I don't think I would have gotten it up. I probably would have started twisting and having bad form, and I don't want to do that and hurt myself. So I'm not. But once again, if you're watching the replay, I'm gonna have, right now, for those watching live, I have set in the description what I'm shooting for on all my lifts and numbers and all that. But if you're watching the replay, I'm gonna update all that later tonight with what I actually got and timestamps for everything, so if you wanna just see certain lifts and whatnot. But even so, 195 for 9, it's not bad. Never done that before, so that's cool. I'll get a couple minutes rest here and then Get my spotter back out. See if we can get, 10, 11 or so of these with 175. Because the idea here is, if you're going to failure, chances are, most likely, you're breaking down your muscles, right? So you're not going to be as strong on your next set. So if you're doing like 5 sets of 5 or 3 sets of 10 using the same weight and you're able to hit 10 every time, then you're probably not doing hard enough to make your muscles really grow, because you want to get close to failure, if not at failure. And so I use rep ranges too. So like if I'm using the same weight, which you'll see when we do shoulders, I do like 12 to 15 reps, and the next set 11 to 15, 10 to 15, because I'm going to failure. So dropping a rep off each set, because if you're going to failure, you're going to be weaker the next set. Or the other option is shoot for the same reps but drop the weight some. So I drop the weight 10% here, try to hit the same number again. What's up, bro? Scott, good to see you, man. Grab my spotter real quick, hit this next set. Hey, babe, I'm ready. She's coming out. Get this next set going. Got that Chipotle wrap on there. Making me hungry. Had some Chick-fil-A for lunch today. How many do you think I'm gonna get this time?
Same weight?
I dropped 20 pounds.
10.
10. Let's see if I can beat her prediction. You can't bump my head with your stomach. I won. Got 11. I need a couple more times to count me for 10 minutes.
Okay.
So, got 11 there. That was good. On the flat bench. And I'm going to put 195 back on again. Although, usually, well, first I'm going to do a lighter set. But usually, if I don't hit 10 on the incline set, then I'm probably not going to on the flat, but it's all good. Just see what we can do. Since today numbers are moving up. One of the downsides to home gym is it takes longer to move stuff around and set it up instead of just walking to the next machine like the gym, but I much prefer just having my own area, being able to take my time, not having to wait for other people or have other people waiting on you. So I've been there. I'm trying to do some sets of stuff. I might be like supersetting machines, there's someone standing there, their arms crossed, staring, waiting, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be done in a while, just a second, okay? Give me a minute. Yeah, man, for sure. It's always fun when there's people talking to, have something to talk about, otherwise I just ramble on about whatever I'm thinking about, but I'm about to leave for a week, so I'm gonna be stuck with hotel gyms that have probably light weights or only cardio equipment. Back to doing lots of push-ups and all that fun stuff in hotel rooms, but make do with what we have. I'm gonna be in France, and I think the hotel I'm gonna be at, there is a gym right down the street. You have to pay like 20 euro to use once, but it's better than nothing. I don't know if they're back open yet though, so we'll have to see. Once again, this is just, I'm doing 12 reps of this, just with the angle change. I like to get my body primed for that new direction, movement, and then put the heavy weight back on. So this is 135 for 12. So I can feel like a little bit of shoulder strain when I first do that. But then when I do my next set, it always feels better. Kind of like the same thing when I do dips. The first set is always the worst. Even if it's towards the end of my workout, I'll do a set with no weight and my shoulders just hurt the whole time. And then I throw on a 45-pound weight and I'm completely fine. But that first warm up, just getting into that movement, is painful. I also have messed up shoulders, so that's part of the reason why. But what can you do? As long as you warm it up enough to where it's not hurting, then who cares? Nope, that's all my cardio, man. Just swimming. I used to run, but my knee hurts now whenever I do. My right knee. I started toe running, barefoot running, and it felt fine most of the time. And I tried bike riding, but just I've got a messed up back too. It's kind of curved, and leaning over the bike for a long time would make my back hurt. And just being at an angle like this was making my hips hurt. So I started with swimming, and that's been good for me so far, except when it's cold out. Now I just got a membership to our local YMCA, so I can swim there instead of out here in a pool that's freezing cold, which I did a couple times. It's kind of nice though, because it makes you feel numb. And I got in a warm pool at the place I'm going to now, and I just feel like all my muscles getting tired a lot quicker because it's so warm and relaxed. But what can you do? Got to make do with what you have. Babe? Yeah. Plus I also learned, ever since I started trying to grow my legs more and actually focus on that, running isn't really the best option for helping out with leg growth. So that swimming full body type of thing has been nice for me. This is the same weight as the first time. Checking yourself out. Like I said,
the pictures are still out.
I wasn't there. That was only 8 compared to the 9 I got on the incline. So even though flat's easier when you do it after you're done incline, it makes it more difficult. And my right hamstring actually felt it kind of tightening up there, which I haven't felt in a long time. I've been doing a lot of dumbbell presses lately too, instead of barbell when I'm doing flat, just to change it up. So it's a much different feeling. But going back up, or back down to 175 for this set. Ugh. Give another few minutes, get this set in, and I'm gonna go to barbell shoulder press. Is that another school bus? Nope. It's like a moving truck. Our neighborhood, as soon as the house goes up for sale, it's usually sold that day. It's just non-stop, people constantly moving in and out. There's always moving trucks everywhere. And it's pretty loud when they drive by. Oh man. I was really hoping for 10 reps on that first incline set, but probably get it next time. The funny thing is, it really doesn't take a lot of weight to build muscle, especially, I've been doing these reps a little faster, but if you just control the weight and actually make sure your form's good and you can feel your muscles engaging, that's what's gonna make them grow in time under tension. Because I watch other guys on YouTube that they're repping out like 275 for 10 reps or something. They got, I don't know where she is. I can't do anywhere near that. But you know, I can do what, 195 almost 10 times, and muscles are fairly big. But a year ago I was at like 160 on the weight, so, and I still had a pretty decent amount of muscle then. So don't worry about comparing yourself to others. Make sure you have good form. Even in the gym, no one's gonna care if you're lifting less. If anything, it'll make them feel better about themselves if they can lift more. So just shoot for good form, good muscle contractions. Do your best. Get my spotter one more time. Last one. All right, she's coming. So this is 175 again, this time on flat. Hopefully my hamstring doesn't lock up on this one. Dark quick.
Okay. I was like thinking, I have my hair set. It's a little bit dark before they get here.
Really felt my chest tighten up on that last one. That was a good contraction. So that was 11 again, not bad. On the second set, so now I'm gonna break this down, set up for the next exercise, which is the barbell shoulder press or military press, or really whatever you want to call it. Pushing bar above head. In caveman terms. I watched a video a couple nights ago from James English. Just the title of it made me laugh. It was called Make Leg Big. I'm like, that is an awesome caveman title. Make leg big. Oh wait, forgot. Don't want that much weight yet. So we're starting out 70 pounds first, just like everything else. Getting 15 reps with this. Warm up the shoulders in the direction of movement, especially this because I got messed up shoulders. I've actually dislocated my shoulder before doing dumbbell shoulder presses. That was, goodness, that was almost 10 years. Actually, that was 10 years ago from now. I was in pilot training in the military and I went to the gym. I have bad shoulders and I thought, oh, if I make my shoulder muscles stronger, then I won't have that problem anymore. So I'm doing, I think I was up to 65 pounds in each hand. I was on my 5th rep on this, pushing them up, and it was getting hard. My arm went out this way a little bit and my arms popped out of the socket. Dropped the weights. And my shoulder sockets, instead of being like this, are more like that. So they can, if you get the wrong angle, they can pop out way easier than a normal person. So, from then, after that, I was really afraid to do any kind of overhead pressing movement. And I finally got back into doing barbell overhead press, because with that, you know, my arms are locked in because of the bar, so I can't get one arm out or anything like that. I would rather do dumbbells just because you're working each one independently, but it's not worth the risk because my shoulder pops out again, I'm done working out for a good, month and a half, and then when I come back, it's gonna take forever to get my strength back on all those lifts and dealing with the injury. So, do what makes sense, stay healthy. That's why I don't ego lift either, which I wasn't ego lifting then, I just didn't realize my joints literally couldn't handle the angle. But this is 70 pounds here. Warm up set. And the cool thing about tracking your weights too, like I was saying, giving you motivation. Yeah, I just did 70 for 15 reps, like no big deal. I remember a year ago, I was stuck on 70 pounds as my top set, trying to hit 15 reps and couldn't. I kept getting 13, 14 for like 3 weeks. It was really frustrating. And now I'm using that as my warm-up weight, so. Keep track, you realize, man, I am actually a lot stronger than I used to be. Now I'm doing 105, which is, you might think, well, that's only a 35-pound increase, that's not that much, but percentage-wise, that is 50% more than I was doing a year ago. So, if that was a bench press, I'd be doing almost 300 pounds. So, just be smart, like I'm saying. I'm gonna move the camera a little bit, so watch out if it's making you sick. I like to try some different angles throughout this, especially since it's starting to get dark out early, daylight savings time. Well, if we got any new folks joining in, let me know where you're watching from. If you worked out today, what did you do? It's chest day for me. My cycle is my exercise cycle, not my supplement cycle. Is legs, push day, pull day, then a cardio day, and then do it all over again. What I've been doing is higher reps with a little lighter weight the first 3 days, do my cardio, then the next 3 days I do the same workout, but on all my compound movements I do heavier weight with like 6 to 8 reps. Which, like today, I got 8 and 9 on a couple of my sets. But I did just move up weight today, so that'll come up next time probably. But it's fun getting close to repping out 200. So, we have 105, shooting for a minimum of 12 reps here, up to 15. Pretty much to failure on these now. And I got a tip for progressive overload after I finish this set. Ugh. Oh man, that last one's tough. But as far as progressive overload, like, it's not just weight and reps. Like that last one, I couldn't do another rep after that. But once I got that last rep up, instead of just dropping the weight, what a lot of people do, like you finish your set, you do your last curls and just drop it. Try to let the weight down as slow as you can, because you're still, you're still working your muscle in that negative or eccentric portion. So you're overloading on the way back down. It's gonna make you a little bit stronger for the next time. Not your next lift, but your next workout. Chest and back, nice. Fridge tour. Yeah, I'll get to that. That's just our extra one that we put all extra milks and cottage cheese, yogurt, meat in the fridge. I'll get that after I finish these shoulder presses. I got 2 more sets. But yeah, that was tough. I used to do them standing, but I like to go to failure on just about all my sets. And I found when I'm standing and I'm struggling on the last one, I'll start to arch my back more to get it up. And I've got a bad lower back, so that just put more strain on it. So I'm on the seat. I can't cheat really because there's a pad against my back. And so far that's the best way to keep from killing myself. So you know what? We'll see what we got in the fridge right now, if this will reach. I can use an extra minute of rest. So, this used to be our inside fridge and we switched it out. It is off right now because let's brighten this up, because I turned the fridge off because it's really loud when I'm making these. But as you can see, we have, actually I don't know why we have orange juice. I didn't buy that. Some zesty Italian dressing, butters, yogurt, fat-free cheddar cheese. I've got Coke Zero Cherry Vanilla, Coke Zero Vanilla, regular Coke Zero, caffeine-free Coke Zero, and Sunkist Zero, along with some turkey breast, a bunch of egg whites up here. This, I believe, is from a year ago, just sparkling grape juice that no one ended up wanting. Got it for the kids when we had a Christmas party, I think. And down here we just got like bacon, some frozen bread, frozen low-calorie wraps, mostly meat, some fish, all that kind of good stuff. All the real goodies are inside in the good fridge. We'll go ahead and do a set from this angle while we're over here. Some better light. Yeah, there we go. Boom. You can see me struggle. See that the struggle is real. Yeah, it is 50% of the lift. I see it all the time. I try not to do it. Just dropping the weight when you're done. So like, oh, I'm so tired. But especially when I'm working out with my dad, we'll do curls, like back and forth, hand in the bar. When you get to the last rep, sit there and hold it right here for as long as you can so you can beat out the other guy. It helps when you have someone you're going against too, instead of just staring at the clock on your own. Here we go. So there's 11, let it down slow. Oh man. Once again. Oh, that last rep. It's tough. It's a weird feeling too, pushing up that last rep with a shoulder press and your arms are shaking and you're holding the weight over your head. Like, I'm not afraid I'm gonna drop it on myself. But sometimes I do think, like, what if one of my shoulders gave out when I'm holding this bar above my head? That would not be ideal. So hopefully I don't ever experience that. So I got one more set of shoulder presses. I'm gonna do a couple supersets. Dang, bright. The first is gonna be dumbbell flies and bent laterals, and do 3 sets of that, superset, and then I'm gonna do lateral raises and tricep press downs. Yeah, man, I got that diet soda. I've been trying to do less caffeine lately, so I'm getting more of the caffeine-free stuff like the Sun-Kissed and the Coke Zero. No caffeine, although I did notice quite a difference in taste in the caffeine-free Coke Zero compared to the just regular Coke Zero, which seems strange to me. It doesn't seem like caffeine would be something that changes the flavor a lot, but it's almost like it's less carbonated too. But I'm gonna get some other stuff like Diet Sprite and all that next time I go to the store. But it's nice because then it seems like my pre-workouts have been more effective since I'm not taking in extra caffeine aside from that when I have the sodas. All right, got this last set here. Shooting for 10 reps this time. Like I was saying earlier, this is one where I'm keeping with the same weight, but shooting for 1 less rep each time, hopefully. So I did 12, then 11, so hopefully this time we'll get 10. We shall see. The goal for this is eventually get up to 135 for 10. That would be pretty sweet. Once again, just because it looks cool, because of the big weights. My shoulder said no. We don't want any more reps. 9 is good. But gives me something to shoot for next time. Next workout, I'm gonna go for, let's see if I can get 13 on the first set, then maybe 11 or 12 and 10. But the goal is to keep improving. So don't get too caught up with the numbers. Just make sure you're pushing yourself, because it is very easy to focus on the numbers. Strip this weight. Scott, what's your, you said you did chest and back. What's your split you do? Is it like a 2-day thing, chest and back and legs on the other day, or is you doing like chest, back, legs on one day, arms on another? What's your typical circuit like? I mix it up a lot, especially when I go on trips. I never know. I used to try to stay on my same push-pull legs deal, but when you go from hotel to hotel around the world, you don't know what kind of equipment's going to be available. So I just started doing full body everywhere I go. Do 1 compound movement for chest, back, and legs, and then whatever other kind of equipment they have. If they have some cable stuff, I might do some chest flies, or if they have a bunch of dumbbells doing curls and stuff like that. So that way I know I'll always get a good workout in. So I'm typically full body away from home, and then when I'm back home, get back in my normal routine. And that is nice, because then you get a little change and not always doing the same thing. Like if I had a cable machine, I'd be using that for cable flies instead of dumbbells, but you gotta make do with what you have. And I have my bench inclined to 20 degrees for this as well. Important thing with cable flies, at least for me, is don't speed through them, because you don't want to throw your arms out and tear your pec or something. Try to go nice and slow, pause, and then back up. Hey, bud.
Yeah.
I can feel that stretch. So now, doing bent over laterals. I like to use my bench to support my chest when I do these because I have, for one, I don't want to put more stress on my back, but also I don't want, when it gets hard, to start doing this kind of flopping around stuff. So do it how you want. If you have a machine, like with the cable fly machine, those are the best because you can sit there and do your flies and then grab the other side and do reverse. It's one of my favorite things to do when I'm in the gym. But you gotta make do with what you have. That's a warm-up set on both those. I did 35 for 15 on the flies. I just did 20s for 15 there. And then we're gonna go heavier on the next set. And a lot of people might do your rear delts on the back day because it's on the back side of you, but it doesn't really matter. Do what you like. They're part of your shoulders, so I like to do them with my shoulders. But do what you like, because you're more likely to stick with the routine. Your splits all over the place. Oh man, battle ropes, that's tough. Do you find that when you do conditioning cardio stuff before, what happened to my camera? It's all tilted crazy. That you can't lift as much on the weights, because that's what usually happens for me is I just get worn out and can't. There's baby. And can't do as much weight when I do conditioning first. I mean, my conditioning, I do a warm up of like 10, 15 minutes of walking, 15, 20 maybe, and then get my workout and walk some more. So I did 45s for 15 reps last time I did this. So I'm moving up to 50s today. I wish dumbbells would go in 2.5 pound increments because it's a big jump. I mean, 45 to 50, that's 10% increase. But, you know, what can you do? So I'm gonna see if I can get 12 controlled reps like I did in the beginning. Getting a slow stretch, pause and bring it back up. Just like in the bench press, try to hold my shoulder blades together on this. Oh, that's heavy. Yeah, feel that does stretch. I'm gonna drop back down to 45s for the next set. I like on side laterals too. I got to where I can do 25s super easy, not super easy, but get 15 reps when I move up to 30s. And it's a lot different. So a lot of times I'll do the first set heavier like that, and then the next time I work out, I'll do, or the next set after that, I'll drop the weight back down to what before. So I'm still getting a little bit heavier, even if form's not as good. And then drop back to lighter weight because my muscles will be still more tired than the previous time I worked out since I used the heavier weight. Like this, 30 pounders. It's heavy. Those are heavy. So another thing I say a lot to people is going to failure doesn't necessarily mean like until you literally can't lift the weight anymore, but I also say failure of good form, because if your form's crap, then you're at higher risk of injuring yourself. Like I said earlier, all it takes is one bad rep. Like I hurt my back about a month ago. I could hardly walk for like 5 days. And it took another week just to where it wasn't hurting at all. And then I didn't squat for almost a month. And when I did, got back into it, man, it was killer on my legs. So one injury kept me out from squatting and deadlifting for a month. Twig with zero strength. Yeah, I mean, conditioning work is definitely fun. One of my goals is to get up to being able to bench 225 for 10. But once I get to that, I'm gonna stay there for a while and just work on doing slower and slower reps every time until I get like crazy good form, and then maybe start trying to build strength again. But I've never been particularly strong really in any of the lifts. Like my max squat's probably 275 maybe, whereas other people are doing 400 or 500 pounds. Or same with deadlift, I can almost do 400 pounds. Bench press like 260 maybe, and that's after lifting for 10 years. I've never been particularly strong at 1 rep maxes, but I just track my own stuff and try to improve and get better and compare me to me instead of everyone I see on YouTube and Instagram, and that's good enough for me. Another reason I want to show my channel is just to show people, hey, you can still build muscle and not be crazy. like crazy strong in all these lifts. Just like with you and your channel, you're saying you look like a twig, but your muscles look rather big because you are lean. And a lot of people think that's a misconception. So they, like, the leaner you are, the bigger you actually look because all your muscles show more. So it's kind of a funny concept. When I weigh 15 pounds less, people might think that I'm 10 pounds more than I am right now just because my muscles pop out more. All right, last set of this, and doing another superset with the lateral raises and tricep cable press downs. So drop down to 45 pounds for this set on the flies. That felt good. That's crazy how much of a difference 5 pounds makes. And I'm doing 25 pounds on the bent laterals this time. And one thing I do suggest for folks is if you do have the option between dumbbell flies and cable flies, definitely go with the cable because you have constant tension throughout the whole exercise. Whereas you're fighting gravity, so once you get to here on the dumbbell flies, the last half to third is way easier and you're not working as much as when you're at the bottom, which is another reason I like to pause at the bottom to get more out of it. Oh man. Another thing I try to do with those, it's really easy to bend your elbows and it makes it easier. Try to focus on keeping my arms straight the stronger I get, because then you're putting more tension from the weight being further out. So there's lots of ways to make things more difficult, not just doing heavier weight, which is a lot of times the more fun thing to do because everyone wants to say that they can lift a lot. Get this up, get my cable ready. Just installed this barbell holder a couple weeks ago since I bought that new. I used to just leave my bar on the rack, but now that I have 3 different barbells, hook this thing onto the rack so they can all hang up there. It's pretty nice. Makes it easy to access. Let's see. Gonna be doing the side laterals first, then the tricep press down, and starting out with 70 pounds on this. And really, as far as weights go, This just depends on, the 70 pounds may not correlate to 70 on a machine or something like that. So if you're doing something similar, somewhat of warm up, not warm up totally, but not going all out. I'm doing 15 reps on this where I could still probably do another 5 maybe, but then the next 2 sets are gonna be heavy. Where did my drink go? It's empty. Let's see what we got here. All right, man, thanks for joining in. I'll see you later. I'll be checking out some more of your videos soon. Usually I watch people's videos while I'm working out, but obviously that's not gonna work too well right now. I'm gonna put the camera here so you can see me like this. Boom. So we're doing 20 pounds first on these side laterals, and these ones are gonna be really strict. Not throwing them up, going crazy, but good form. Make sure I'm in the camera view. I'm gonna brighten this up some, because it is getting dark. Boom, there we go. So 15. So up, arms straight out, not like this. Try to pause at the top if you can. Don't just let them down fast. And I'm not opposed to doing some cheat reps. If it's at the end of your set, like, you know, it's getting hard, and then you're like, kind of swing it up and let it down slowly so you're getting that eccentric. But you don't want to do your entire set cheating like that, because then it's almost like, well, what's the point, you know? So, straight into this, same thing, 15 reps. You want to keep good form. You don't want to be using your body to get the weight down. Hold it there, get some good reps. So I'm going to bump that up at 10 pounds the next 2 sets. So it's going to be 80 pounds. Accidentally twisted that. This is where having a weight stack is nice, because you don't have to switch out and stuff like that. It takes forever. But once again, I prefer having my own gym set up to having to wait on other people and all that stuff. All right. This time, try moving the camera back. See if we can get some shots of the side laterals from back here. So I can check myself for form in the mirror while you still see me. I think that works. So this time I'm gonna do 30s. And this is where you'll see my form start to break down towards the end of the set, because it's heavy. Can't go. So I wish I could do 27 and a halves like some gyms I go to have 2.5 step increments up to 35. But not my gym, so do as many as I can and some cheat reps at the end where it's more arms bent. Just trying to get the weight up and then get a good eccentric. That's a loud Jeep. All right. Almost done here. We're getting close. I think we just hit an hour. See, arms still straight initially. Good form. Can't get up as far. Felt pretty good, not too much swinging going on there. Zoom this in for the old tricep extensions. So you can get some beautiful arm action. Once again, we're doing 80 pounds this time. Trying to let it down slower, but my arms were dead after that one. But 15, which means I get to move up my next workout to 90 pounds. Uh-oh, connection's messing up. Sorry folks, I don't know what's going on with the internet. My kids might be watching a show or something. What can you do? What can you do? Good thing I got the timestamps. We're almost done now. And we'll get a physique check. After I've gained about 4 pounds, about almost, over the last 2 months in my bulk, if we're calling it that. The bulk recomp theory I'm trying out. Gain 10 pounds and hold the weight there until I get back to the same leanness, but slowly over about 5 months. It's nice because I felt more energy for my workouts. Hitting a lot of PRs with these heavier weights. All right, 25 pounds. Sometimes I'll do drop set with these if I'm at a rack where I can just go down the weights, but not today. bring the camera a little closer for this last set. A little more from the side. One time I accidentally ripped the cord out of the camera because I knocked something over when I wasn't paying attention. Like an idiot. That's pretty good there. Oh man, my shoulders. Here we go, last set. Drop set. Remember, like I said, going to failure at 15 on the last set. I only got 12 that time. So I'm gonna drop set it. That is it. That's the push day, hypertrophy / somewhat strength, since I was not making the minimum on some of my lifts. Oh, what was I thinking? I forgot. I said a quick physique check to see if I'm getting fat on the bulk. Dang it. I can't get my shirt off. Ugh. But it's always nice when you have a chest pump. So there's the abs, chest and shoulders. It's actually a lot better if you do it this way, when you got the light coming in from the side. What a dork. I should have set this up better ahead of time. But obviously you can still see the abs, so bulk's not too crazy, but see how much of a difference light makes. Light coming from the side, see the abs. Chest. Feeling pretty good. The legs, that light helping out for sure. That's it. That is the end of the push day. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in about a week and a half when I get home for a leg day. That's gonna be brutal. See you soon.